Hey, good morning. It's Alex Goad here for 10 Extra Life, and I have a quick question for you today as well as an answer for it. And here's the question is what is it that makes for a great life, no matter what stage of life, no matter who you are, no matter your current level of ability, what makes a great life? Well, to me, it's not about being the richest, it's not about being the most good looking, it's not about being the most famous, it's not about being the best in the world at anything. It's not even about being great. It's about being able to answer the call. So, if we look in all of the best stories of humanity, the ones that have been told for hundreds, if not thousands of years, they're always about heroes. And heroes, by definition, they don't need to slay a dragon, they don't need to do anything extraordinary. All they need to do is answer the call. So this is a situation that we're all in as human beings, where we come into the world, generally speaking, in a state of dependency and helplessness, at least to a large extent. And for that reason, we're protected. We have all of these systems of protection around us. Our parents protect us. The house that we grow up in protects us. Our families protect us. Our community protects us. And we have all of these other systems, like they might be religion, they might be education, and all of those things kind of serve to allow us to grow up in a protected environment so that we can go from being helpless to being not helpless. But then here's where the magic really happens, is that there's a moment where suddenly you become capacitated. Instead of being incapable, you're capable. So you become, quote unquote, an adult. And at that moment, what happens is you start to hear the call, or in fact, you've probably been hearing the call for quite some time, but you didn't really have the independence or the skills or the confidence to answer that call. Well, here's what makes a great life, is that at every stage of life, you're able to answer the call. You have the capacities, you have the self-confidence, you have the resources, so that when something comes in from the outside and says, hey, look, this needs to be changed, this needs to be transformed, this interests me, this matters to me, that when that call comes repeatedly, you can say, you can make good on it, you can redeem it. If you're not as healthy as you'd like to be, you can sign up for a health increasing program of one sort or another. Not just think about it, not take a couple of steps, but actually get to the bottom of things and get the result that you're after. The same thing, let's say you want to set out to help a group of people. Let's say that you want to write a book. Let's say that there's a skill that you want to develop. Let's say there's a song you want to play on the piano, on the guitar, whatever it may be. If you can answer the call, and if you do answer the call, then you get momentum. Then you can stack those blocks, and you can always make your future bigger than your present, and you can always make your future bigger than your past. And as long as you can do that, you can follow the thread of your life. You are a unique person with unique desires, unique configuration. You've had a unique upbringing, you have a unique environment, and so there's unique factors on the outside and on the inside. Those things create for you unique calls. When you don't answer those calls, or when you can't answer those calls, or when even if you think you can't answer those calls and you don't take action on them, your life comes to a grinding halt. No further progress is made. And then you start to regress. You start to feel negative. You start to get depressed. Maybe you develop anxiety. Maybe you develop a psychosomatic disorder so that you have an excuse for not making progress in your life. Well, look, that's what we're trying to get away from. We're trying to get back into the current of the great river of life and to swim with that current, to be able to keep up. When it says go left, bam, we go left. When it says go right, bam, we're able to do that. So life, a 10x life, is about being able to answer the call. Listen, we're all at different stages in life. We all have different capacities. We all have different dreams. But there's one thing that we all share in common. It's that we have aspirations, we have goals, and somewhere fundamentally as human beings, we're all wired the same way. And one of those wirings is that we're able to conceive of things that we want in the future for ourselves or for others, or even conceive of something that's might be tangible or intangible, like a project that we want to realize, something that we want to materialize, a great symphony that we want to create. If we're able to answer the call, then we're living a 10x life. And if we're not able to answer the call, or if we're not even willing to try, then we're living the opposite. We're living the mainstream life. We're living the average life. We're living the unimportant life. And at the end of the day, unimportant means lacking in meaning, and meaning is the number one thing that we all seek. So, if you don't feel like you're living the life that you want, if you don't feel that you have the capacity to answer the calls when they show up, there's a lot that you can do about it. And that's exactly what 10xing your life is about. And I'd love to share it with you. So, if that's you, sign up below, click those links, enter your name and email in the box, and I'm going to send you a whole bunch of these videos, as well as some seriously bold actions that you can take so that you can start answering every call that comes your way. Thanks for listening. I'm Alex Goad, reminding you that the way you behave yourself today is the way that you live every day. So make it count.